we have a trader who turned just $6,000 into $700,000. We have a trader who lost more than $500,000. We have a trader with the biggest percentage increase and the biggest percentage decrease I have ever seen. And we are starting off with an insane loss by Signal College 2291. My losses, I'm so depressed. As we can see on the all-time chart, he's down by 82%, or $568,013.04, and is left with $122,790.32. The chart looks like a typical WallStreetBets chart, with a first free gain on options followed by a total obliteration. I'm guessing that $100k he has left is already invested since he has $155 buying power. But he'll be back as he plans to make up his losses in the next 10 years. But from what we've seen, this statement is what will make him lose the rest of his money. Besides that, I don't know why wouldn't he just put more than $500,000 into index funds. Anyway, next up we have the biggest percentage gain I have ever seen by Ambitious Hedgehog 49. Instead of some loss, how about some gain? At the beginning of July, I started trading with only $4.90 in my HOOD account. As of Friday, I'm up over 100,000%. As we can see, in the past 3 months, he's up by 103,203%, or $621.23 in total. This mad lad basically multiplied his money by more than 1,000 times, which means that if he started with just $100, he would be up to $100,000, which is just insane. I think this is the biggest percentage increase I have ever seen. And he's up by so much because he firstly made multiple day trade positions that got him to $55. Then he bought 4 right before the earnings report, and that got him to $70. Then he bought 3 call options on Bed Bath & Beyond with a striking price at $15 and dumped the position to get to $591. And finally he bought 10 BBBY put options with a striking price at $8 to get him to his final account value. So he made most of the gains on BBBY, but still he must have had an extremely good trading strategy to turn $4 into $55. And the funniest part is that he still isn't in profit, because in 2021 he turned $780 into $4.90. And right after that gain we have the peak of stupidity by Let It Sneed, with the biggest percentage loss I have ever seen. What happens now? I sold naked puts. As we can see, just today he's down by 14,297%. So how can that be? He sold put options on SPY with striking prices at $420, $418, $415 and $410. Now listen to this, with an expiration date on the same day. So he decided to sell 0 days till expiry naked puts on the day Jerome Powell spoke. And it gets even better. He was bullish because Cramer's 1020 meeting told him to be bullish. Just incredible. He sold them without having the money to actually buy the shares if exercised. The buyer of the person he sold them to ended up exercising them, which left him with a multi-$100,000 position with $26,000 account, and that led to TD Ameritrade disabling his account. Besides that, we got some good comments. Whatever happens, do not answer your phone. This may be the single dumbest thing I have ever seen on WallStreetBets, and I've lurked on here since 2016. You sold naked puts 0 days till expiry on a day where Powell talks. I just need a minute to process the I read the book And the Fed by Ron Paul. Unfortunately, I let it get to my investment thesis. Did you read it backwards? Because the Fed ended you. If you're not already subscribed, it would mean a ton to me if you just press that button. It's free and you'll help me out a lot at reaching my goal of 200 subscribers. Thank you. Next up we have an absolutely insane gain by Broman 500,000. 6k to 700k in 2 years and a half. As we can see, his net account value of his Roth IRA currently sits comfortably at $701,974.29. The craziest part is that looking at the chart we can see that he's making money very consistently, and just the fact that he started with 6k, which is a relatively modest amount of money, and then multiplied it 117 times is absolutely insane. He made so much money following some wise sayings. Nobody ever lost money taking profits. Better to sell early than too late. Ryan Cohen is an asset, but how did he find his place? The usual: Finviz, Ortex, Yahoo Finance. Try to play trends and take profits early and often. He also shared his all-time biggest winners and losses. He made the most on APRN, $105,645 to be precise, followed by puts on Mara and an 87k gain on CarV. Meanwhile, he lost the most on IMPP, $33,315 to be exact, followed by NILE and BWE. And if you want to know what are his current positions, inside your life. Huge respect to this guy. Hopefully he continues his journey and makes even more. Next, we have a trader that we have already seen before. We've covered the beginning of this trader's story in the previous video, but if you haven't seen it, he turned $3.2 million into $6 million and then lost $4 million. And now he's back. His net loss is currently at $1.2 million and he owns 79,000 shares of Bed Bath & Beyond, worth around $800k. He also bought 200 call options with a striking price at $10 and an expiration date on January the 20th of 2023, 500 calls with a striking price at $18 and an expiration date on August the 26th, 1000 calls with a striking price at $22 and the same expiration date, and 100 calls with a striking price at $20 and an expiration date on September the 16th. Next, we have another wipeout by Any Zookeeper Game 221. As we can see, in the past 3 months he is down by 99% or $65,456.86, and all he has left is $537.75. He made some money earlier this year and then just went on the worst losing streak ever, trying to hit 6 to 7 figures. Part is the initial first 2 drops could have been profitable and got him to that goal. Now he's just back to being broke. Those first 2 biggest losses were on 90 Tesla put options with a striking price at $700 and an expiration date on June the 3rd, and on 1000 AMC call options with a striking price at $13 and an expiration date on May the 27th. He took a 50% loss on the AMC calls, and as he already said, the worst part about it is that if he held them, he could have made around 500%. Feels bad. Next up, we have an insane gain followed by an insane loss. Trader by the name of the Bomb 999 is 27 years old, and here is what he says: "It was nice trading by your side, you awesome but it looks like it's time to focus on school from now on." He started with around $21,000, which he turned into around $170,000. This happened around the beginning of 2021, so I'm guessing GameStop. Then he traded sideways for about 6 months until he started losing money. Firstly, his account dropped fast and then it slowly bled out. He went from being up around 700% or $150k to being down by 99% or $21,318.59, and now all he has left is $90.06. In the comments he revealed what actually happened. So yes, his huge gain was from GameStop. He was doing mostly swing trades and weeklies on popular stocks and ETFs, without relying much on technical analysis. He was just buying calls on the dips, but at some point after the bull run has ended, the dip started to keep dipping. He started using margin because he ran out of cash. He developed a gambling addiction and wanted to make his money back, and he thought that the key to it was using margin. Nonetheless, the dip kept on dipping. He started getting margin calls and eventually ended up losing all of his money. And the last play was a SPY FD call because mama raised no. It just amazes me the fact that he didn't take some of the money out before gambling it all away. But as we have seen many times before, greed is usually what destroys even the biggest gains. Next, we have an insane gain by AM Sofa King We Thought At. He turned $1,000 into $69,000, and then for his next trick, he turned that into 6.9k in just 3 weeks. So he literally multiplied his money 69 times and he didn't take a profit. Well, that's because he needs at least a 420x. 69x is too low of a meme number for him. He made and lost so much money because he bought call options on Bed Bath & Beyond. month. He bought 15 calls with a striking price at $8 and an expiration date on August the 19th, 50 calls with a striking price at $10 and the same expiration date, 33 calls with a striking price at $13 and an expiration date on September the 16th, and 43 to 55 calls with a striking price at $19 and the same expiration date. Even though he lost a lot, he's still up by 600% or around 6k. Next up we have an insane loss by Mildly Sensible. Robinhood won't let him buy the dip. As we can see, he is down by 106% or $49,335.06, and because he's down by more than 100%, his account balance is actually negative. He owns the broker $2,181.33. He's down by so much because he bought 27 Bed Bath & Beyond call options with a striking price at $45 and an expiration date on August the 19th, and he bought those options at the absolute peak. And last but not least, we have an insane gain by Byte Tricky. In just a year, he turned 16,300 euros into 404,699 euros and 34 cents. Absolutely insane. He's up by more than 2000%, and he made so much money because he went long on S&P 500 and also bought some put options. He also bought Activision Blizzard long options and CBOW volatility options. He must have had nerves of steel looking at those huge dips throughout the year. The fact that every huge dip was followed by an insane gain is just insane. If you want to see how this trader lost $4 million in just 5 days, click on the video that just popped up. And if that is not enough, smash that subscribe button, as you will help me out a lot in reaching my goal of 200 subscribers by the end of this month. If you have any questions or recommendations, leave them in the comments down below, and thanks for watching.